So welcome to our Canvas page. If you're not sure how to go to Canvas, make sure you just know how to go into lbcc.edu. And if you click on Viking, you'll log in, and then once you log in, you'll click on Canvas. So you'll need your student ID to do this. So once you get into Canvas, on your dashboard should be all your classes. So for this class, it's going to look like this. It's going to look like this summer looking thing, Math 130 Intermediate Algebra. Click on that, and here in our home page, you'll see this here. I've tried to make it as interactive and as pretty as possible to make it easy for you to navigate. So here are some icons. If you need to contact me, you press here. And note this, when you contact me, there's several ways of contacting me. You can send me an email through Canvas, which is what I prefer that you do, or you can email me at nmahan@lbcc.edu. Another option that you can do is you can add me on Facebook as a friend. So this is my my math Facebook. It's called Nancy Math Mahan. It's one word, Math Mahan. And here, when you click on that, when you add me as a friend, you'll have access to math videos, announcements, resources that I like to post up for all my former and current students. And this is a way that a lot of students sometimes like to chat with me about math problems or about things going on, about what courses to take or what their major is or whatnot. So you're welcome to chat with me on here, and that's pretty much the quickest way of reaching out to me. Just make sure you add me as a friend so that it doesn't get sent to my filtered inbox. Note that I'll respond to messages within 24 hours, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And the last way that you can reach me is you can meet me on Zoom every Monday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. We will have optional Zoom sessions. And there I'll be answering any questions, and we can use that as an office hours. I'll basically make myself available during that time for you to ask me any questions, and I'll go over anything that you guys need for that coming week. All right, next up is the syllabus and course calendar. If you click on that, it will take you to the PDF of the syllabus. So here is all the information that you need about the class. So I won't go over, you can read it. How do you pass that class? The #1 questions that students ask. So again, I'll give you guys a moment for you to read this stuff, and I'll go over it later. How's your grade calculated? Here are the points and here are the percentages, so you know exactly where you're at all times. Again, I will not go through the syllabus, but I'll let you go ahead and read that, but this is what it looks like. The last page of the syllabus is the course schedule. And this is always subject to change, but this is mostly what I'm aiming for it to look like. So as you can see, it's only 6 weeks, so we are going really fast. So I'm basically condensing the 16-week semester into 6 weeks. So we're doing 2 to 3 times more than what we're normally doing in a week. So as you can see on here, you'll see all the deadlines. Anything that's italicized, I note here, italicized words indicate the things that I highly recommend that you do as daily work, just to keep you on track. But of course, you know, I know each of you guys have your own life, so depending on your schedule, when you can fit things in. But I highly recommend that you work on math every single day. And I put on here that because this is such a condensed, fast class, hopefully you'll be allotting about 5 hours a day to work on on your math homework. And if you do that, you'll be able to meet the deadlines for sure, I believe. So every Fridays, the homework is due, and the homework consists of two parts of the module. So module 1 has a A and B, module 2 has an A and a B, etc. So every single week, a module is due on Friday, and each module has 2 parts. And then after Friday, from Friday to Monday, you'll have a practice exam, and then the exam will be due on Monday by midnight. So the practice exam is opened all weekend for you. And when you do the practice exam, it's basically just like the exam, but it's untimed, and you can do it an unlimited number of times, and the best score will be recorded. So if I were you, I would time myself and do it at least 3 times to make sure I'm getting the grade that I want, and that I really understand the material before I take the exam itself. The exam itself is open during that weekend, and you just need to finish it by Monday night. And with the exam, you could take it twice. Twice meaning the first time you take it, you do the whole thing, and the second time you redo the problems that you missed, and they'll just give you another version of it. So you get a chance to do that. So on Monday night, that's when the exam is due. But notice, on Monday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon, we have a Zoom meeting. So if there's anything over the weekend or from the past week that you're like, you know what, I don't really understand that. I really love Professor Mahan to go over that with me. This is a time to come and ask me. So every Monday, 11 a.m. to 12 noon, there is an optional Zoom meeting starting the second week. So not the first week, but starting the second week. And as you can see here, a discussion is due every Thursday as well. Notice that the first week, however, the discussion is going to be due on Wednesday. So I'll talk about that more in a little bit. But in general, discussions are due on Thursdays. So as you can see here, there's an icon for the Confer Zoom. If you click on it, it'll take you directly to the Zoom page. My math video lectures, so this is where I post up all my videos specifically for algebra. So you'll see here, it's listed by topics, so you can go by the topic that you're learning to look at those videos. ALEKS Intro and Support, so this is where you're gonna start off with how do you sign on to ALEKS. ALEKS is gonna be the online system that we're gonna be using for this class to do your homework. So if you click on ALEKS Intro Support, you'll see some videos and PowerPoints that are available here if you'd like to look at those. But basically, how you register is you go on that website, aleks.com, you put in the class code, you put in the financial aid access code. The financial aid access code will give you 2 weeks free access, and then after that, you'll have to make sure that you pay for it. But in other words, if you're just checking this class out to see if you like it or not, there's no fees that you have to pay upfront. And if you need any technical support, you forgot your password, something happened with your browser, you could contact them here. So this is the PowerPoints for what is ALEKS. An orientation for you this is where you'll be doing your homework and doing your practice exams and your exams. So you'll be spending a lot of time on ALEKS, hopefully about 5 hours a day on ALEKS. So here, as I'm going to go through this real quick, the PowerPoint is on the Canvas as well, so you'll be able to see this. So ALEKS is an online system that works and caters to your learning. You can read this when you look at the PowerPoint. I'm just going to highlight the main things. So when you go into ALEKS, after you set up an account, what you're going to be, they're going to ask you for the when you set up an account, they're going to ask you for the class code and the financial aid code that can be found in your syllabus. Once you're done registering, they're going to have you go through an initial knowledge check. So this is not a graded assignment. This is basically for ALEKS to just know where you're at in mathematics. So please take the ALEKS knowledge check honestly and seriously so the system can accurately measure your knowledge of course material. So they'll test you or ask you questions about Math 130 material, and if you don't know it, that's okay. Go ahead and skip it. You're not expected to know it, but maybe some of you already know a lot of it. Go ahead and do your best and take it seriously. It'll probably take about an hour to complete, and make sure again that you do this before Wednesday, and better yet, do this on Monday during this orientation so you can get it out of the way so you can do your homework ASAP. And again, it's not graded, so don't worry about it if you don't understand the problems. So once you finish that, you're going to see a pie, and the pie is basically all of the topics that you need to learn to complete this class. And as you do more and more topics, as you master them, the pie will start filling up. After your initial knowledge check, ALEKS will know what material you already know, and they'll be able to give you the next material. So when you're in learning mode in ALEKS, they'll go through a tutorial with you to help you understand how to navigate it and how to enter in your answers and how do you basically have you navigate it. So here, again, you can look at all this. As you are doing your homework, note that a knowledge check might come up. Every now and then, ALEKS will check to see if you remember what you were learning by giving a knowledge check. So these knowledge checks are meant to figure out what you remembered and what you need to review again. So please take them seriously, because if you don't pass these knowledge checks, even though you don't get a grade for it, if they realize that, hey, you know, you finished these topics, but then we're testing you on again, but you don't remember them anymore, they're going to add it back to your Pi, and you're going to have to redo those topics again. So again, it's a great way for ALEKS to make sure that you retain the information that you learned. So please take it seriously, even though the knowledge checks aren't graded. But you'll get these throughout, sporadically throughout as you do your homework. The objectives are what you need to learn. If you click on the timeline, you'll be able to see when the next knowledge check is going to show up. Key tips for success: don't procrastinate, take knowledge checks seriously, log in every day. Again, please allot around 5 hours a day to do between ALEKS and looking at videos and whatnot. There's a lot of material, so I just want to warn you guys of that. So how do you register? Go into aleks.com, enter your 10-digit course code that I put on the syllabus. Use a 20-character financial aid access code that gives you 2 free weeks free. Again, that is on the syllabus as well. And if you need any help or support from ALEKS, here's their information. And again, this PowerPoint here is available to you on the home page of our course. When you click on ALEKS Intro and Support, it'll take you to a page that says, what is ALEKS? The PowerPoint's right there. And then there's also a video as well, if you'd rather look at a video than look at a PowerPoint. Additional resources. If you need any help or support on anything in your life or anything pertaining to the class, here are some resources that I've outlined for you, ranging from how to reach me, the Math Success Center, ranging from academic resources for you to emotional, mental resources, and ranging to physical resources such as housing and food. So what are you expected to do every week? Well, I try to make it easy for you guys. If you scroll down on the home page, you'll see a weekly checklist. The weekly checklist says that you have a big destination, an exciting yet challenging journey ahead of you. My destination for you is to help you, 1, pass a class, 2, understand the material, 3, prepare you for your next math course, and 4, hopefully that you will enjoy the journey. So to get there, here are the train tracks I've laid before you to help you get to your destination. So these are called modules. Every week there is a module. So there's 6 weeks, so there's 6 modules. And each week, these are the things that you need to do. Zoom. And again, this is optional on Mondays. Watch. I'm going to provide you some videos, lecture videos that you can access at any time of the topics that you will be doing in homework. Do. Practice makes perfect. Practice, practice, practice. Go into ALEKS. Spend about 5 hours a day, Monday to Friday, doing your homework. There's about 30 to 50 topics each week. So I would recommend trying to aim to do about 10 topics a day. After you're done doing, assess. You're going to take a practice exam during the weekend. So it's going to be open Friday to Monday. You can take an unlimited number of times. It's untimed. And this will help prepare you for the exam itself. The exam itself is due on Monday of each week. An exam is timed for 1.5 hours. You could take it anytime between Friday to Monday, but it's due Monday. I highly recommend that you do the practice exams at least 2 or 3 times until you feel comfortable with it, so that when you take the exam, you can do really well on that. Discuss. Each week there's a discussion. The weekly interactive discussion provide a way for you to get to know your classmates, share insights about how to solve math problems, and discuss ways that math is used in the real world. These shouldn't take too much of your time and are easy ways to earn points. SLA, supplemental learning activities. So you earn an easy 5% of your grade by basically getting help. You log on to the Math Success Center, and here you will do an SLA or supplemental learning activity. So when you log on there, you'll see the directions on how to complete these. You basically need to complete 5 of them for the entire course. Aim to do 1 each week, but it's okay if the deadline is flexible, just as long as you finish 5 by the end of the semester. And lastly, there's an optional discussion to discuss problems and solutions with your classmates. So if you have any questions on anything, here you could click on this and you could reply and post up a question that you have to the class. And it could be something about homework or about a topic or whatnot. Either me or a classmate can help answer it. So those are the things that you can expect to be doing each week. And if you want to look at those modules itself, so this is what you're doing each week. If you click on modules on your homepage, you will see week 1, there are those watch, do, assess, discuss, ask, and SLA. Week 2, same thing, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And under each one, you can click on it, and then here the videos will show up, how many topics you need to do, the practice exam, etc. And all these links will take you directly to ALEKS or the YouTube that you need to go to. So that concludes the orientation for this class. So make sure before Wednesday of this week, 1, do your discussion number 1, and 2, complete your registration and initial knowledge check on ALEKS. This is a really fast, intense class. Expect to spend about 35 hours a week in this class in order to succeed. But I also understand that many of you guys have things going on in your life and work and families. So if there's any time where you feel like you've fallen behind, homework is due Friday, but for some reason you weren't able to meet that deadline, please let me know. I'll be happy to open up the weekend for you to give you an extension, no penalty, to give you till Sunday to finish your homework. But also note that your practice exam and your exam is due by Monday. So use that extension on rare occasions when you fall behind. Don't try to just see Sunday as the deadline extension, but see it as Friday. And if you need, I can extend it. I really want to set you guys up for success. I want you guys to have a life and have a weekend as well. So again, please try to aim to end by Friday. But if you need, I understand. Make sure you message me and let me know before Friday that you need an extension until Sunday, and make sure then that weekend that you work extra hard to finish your homework and start working on your practice exam and on your exam. I can't wait to work with you guys the next 6 weeks. Can't wait to meet you on Zoom and answer any questions that you have. Please feel free to contact me. Take care.